on YouTube. Now we got some sound on YouTube. Haha. All right. Rehydration fluid. IV drip rates. That's Reconstitution. Let's see. What do you mean rehydration fluid, Ebony? Are you talking about for like the children? Or are you talking about Parkland formula? Oh, for kids. Okay. I think I got some of those. If not, we can conjure up something. All right. So this one. Client who weighs 86 kilograms is receiving an IV infusion of drug X at 55 milliliters per hour. The IV solution is labeled with the concentration of drug X, 500 milligrams per 1,000 mLs. How many micrograms per kilogram per minute is the client receiving? We just kind of went 0 to 100 real quick, didn't it? I didn't do it on purpose. It was just what was next on my little list here. I do apologize, but hey, let's do it. So we're practicing our dimensional analysis skills right now. If you want me to work this a different way, then let me know in the comments. But dimensional analysis is nothing but a puzzle. In this one, it's really going to be simple because what we want to do after we read the question is find your goal. That's the first thing that you do. So we're going to read the question. Boom, we did that. Goal. The goal is what it is that is asking you to solve. It says how many micrograms per kilogram per minute, all right? So we're going to do micrograms per kilogram per minute, okay? So what are our puzzle pieces or our relationships? They are 86 kilograms because that's how much your patient weighs. The drug X is going at a rate of 55 milliliters per hour. And then we have 500 milligrams per 1,000 milliliters. So we start with what it is that we're looking for. There is not a milligram or no, a milligram. We do have a milligram, but we don't have a microgram. But we're still going to start with it, okay? So I know that there are 1,000 micrograms in 1 milligram. And I got that milligram for right there. That's in your problem from your puzzle pieces, right? So now we can put our milligrams on the top. So that'll be 500 mgs over 1,000 mLs. Milligrams crosses out. So now we got milliliter on the bottom. We need milliliter on the top. So we'll use this puzzle piece. 55 milliliters per hour. Milliliters crosses out. Now we got hour on the bottom. We need minute on the bottom, don't we? So we know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. We'll cross that out. Okay, so then we've got minutes on the bottom and we've got micrograms on the top. And the only thing left that we need to fulfill our goal is to have kilograms on the bottom. And look, our weight is already in kilograms. So I'll put my 1 on the top and my 86 kgs at the bottom. And that's it. We have reached the goal. So we'll do 1,000 times 500 times 55 divided by 1,000 divided by 60 divided by 86. And that is going to be, excuse me, 5.329. Okay, rounding time. If this asks us to round to the nearest whole number, what would our answer be? Nearest whole number. If it asks us to round to the nearest whole number, what will our answer be? 5. Yep, absolutely. That's it. That's it. So, when we're asking to round to a certain place, we know that everything that's on the left of the decimal is your whole number, right? So we round right. Boom. We went to that tenth place. It's 3. So we know that if it's 4 and below, that number is going to stay the same. And then if it's 5 and above, then that number will be bumped up to the next digit. So our answer would be 5 micrograms per kilogram per minute if you were rounding to the nearest whole number. So this one asks us to round to the nearest tenth. So if we round to the nearest tenth, what will our answer be? 5.3. Yep. Okay. I like it. What y'all think about that so far? So those that pop up like that, I get a lot of feedback that look really intimidating. But once we like work it out, we're doing a dimensional. I can't talk today. A dimensional analysis kind of puzzle setup. It's a little bit more tolerable, a little bit more palatable. So what do y'all think about that type of problem, that microgram per kilogram per minute problem, and using dimensional analysis? Could you show it another way? I could. I will. I hate when people like in English like, is it may or is it can? I'm like, you know what I meant. Where are y'all from? I'm from Alabama. So, I got a little twang in there, okay? All right. Let's see. So, if we were solving this a different way, we still want to find out how many micrograms per kilogram per minute, right? So, we have 55 mLs an hour. And we've got 500 milligrams and 1,000 milliliters. So we want to figure out how many milligrams that is. So you can set up a ratio. So you'll do your 500 milligrams over 1,000 mLs, and then equals, and then we'll put an X right here so we can figure out the milligrams, and we know that we've got 55 milliliters. So you'll do a cross multiplication, and that'll be 1,000 X equals 500 times 55. And that's going to be this number right here, okay? We'll divide each side by 1,000 because we want to get X by itself. So that would be this many milligrams an hour, okay? We need micrograms an hour. So we need to change this to be divided by 60. And that's going to give us how many milligrams a minute, right? So 0.45, 8 milligrams a minute. And then we have to change this to micrograms. So I'm running out of space. So we do 0.45 mgs to micrograms. We know that we're going from a larger unit of measure to a smaller. So from mic to slight, 3 decimal places to the right. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 450 micrograms a minute, and we need that per kilogram, right? So we'll do divided by your 85 kilograms. 450 divided by 85. And then that'll be 5.29. micrograms per kg. Come on, pen, don't do this. Don't act up in front of company per minute. So, yeah. It's a lot more steps to it. Like I said, if you're math savvy and you like stuff like this, because this was my preferred way when I was in school. I hated dimensional analysis. Just to be completely transparent and, just to put it out there, I ain't like dimensional analysis. I was like, what is this, putting on the top and on the bottom and crossing it out and wood wood and boot boot? I ain't like all that. And I was a pharmacy technician, so I knew how to do it, but I was strong in math. So this is how you would do that. You would first find out how many milligrams you have by setting up your ratio, and then you would have to, that'd be how many milligrams you have in an hour. So then you divide that by 60. That's going to give you how many milligrams you had in a minute. Then you had to change your milligrams to micrograms, and that was your conversion. And then divided by your kilograms, which is 85. So then you get 5.29. And if you round it to the nearest tenths, like it asks you, it'll be 5.3 micrograms per kilogram per minute. So you like this way better or the other way better? All right, drops per minute. Drug Z, 3.75 grams is ordered. IV piggyback and 500 mLs every 6 hours over 2 hours. The IV tubing has a drop factor of 15 drops per milliliter. What will the nurse set as the rate and drops per minute? Okay, so where's our goal? Drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. All right, so what are our puzzle pieces? So in IV fluids, we want to know how much over how long. So we need to get through the fluff, because there is definitely some fluff in this problem. If you can spot the fluff that's in this problem, let me know in the comments. Because if we're looking for volume, which is going to either be liter or milliliter, right? What is the stuff that we don't need? Hey, Ashley Tycola. What y'all doing on today? Trying to survive, girl. I'm tired. I worked last night. It was a long weekend. I only had one day off in between, and here we are. Hey, Ash Williams. Thank you. I had a blessed Mother's Day. It was awesome. I hope you, if you are a mom, I hope you had a blessed Mother's Day too, or got to celebrate with your mom or mother figures. Okay, so Mia, you're right. That 3.75 grams is the fluff in this situation. I'm getting my toes done. I don't have no paper. I'm hollering. I need to go get my toes done. Oh, you see, I went outside for a little bit on Saturday. I was so proud of myself. I needed to. I went outside. And all pink. It was like a rosé wine festival, like music festival type deal, and we had to wear pink. So you know that's my aesthetic. Oh, so yes, that 3.75 is the fluff. So we're going to boom, 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 boom. Get rid of that. Hey, Nurse Kevin, y'all. So this guy right here is gonna get you through to the promised land. No, but seriously, he helps with NCLEX prep and your test taking strategies. If you are not following him, y'all click his name and follow him. He's going on tonight, I think at 5:30 Central Time. He's in Texas. Nurse Kevin, the boot nurse, and he breaks down the nursing strategy questions, and he'll help you get through it. And he's very open and honest. He had taken the NCLEX multiple times, and now he helps people to pass it, because sometimes you have to go at that thing a different way. All right, so yes, that was the fluff. So we need volume, over time. So there are 2 times right here, right? This right here is your frequency. This is going to tell you how often that you would give the IV, not how long it goes over or to infuse in. So you're looking for the words that says over 2 hours, okay? So what you'll do is 500 mLs has to go over 2 hours. So this right here is going to be your fluff as well. All right, and then we've got a drop factor of 15 drops per milliliter, okay? If I'm looking for drops, I'm going to start with drops. So I always start with it is that I'm looking for. So 15 drops per ml times 500 milliliters over 2 hours. Milliliters crosses out. Now I've got hour at the bottom. I need minute at the bottom. So I'll do 1 hour is 60 minutes. Hours crosses out, and now I've got drops at the top and minutes on the bottom. Yeah, he's awesome. I'm telling you, like, we trying to form like a whole just doggone nurse network of help because we need y'all. We need y'all. We need y'all. I want y'all to pass. We ain't got time to be paying this tuition dollars. We ain't got time to be taking time from your family and, you know, trying to get through school and all that jazz. I'm tired. You see, I'm sleeping. Come on. I had 2 patients last night, y'all. 2. And I had paper charting though. That was the wildest thing. This is the wildest thing that's happening. Like I really am appreciative of my beginnings as an LPN when I was in a nursing home having the paper chart because now I know how to do all of this stuff. Some people were completely freaking out because they had the paper chart and it's a whole hot mess. All right, so we got 62.5, right? So if you've ever walked into your kitchen and you seen half of a drip fall out the faucet, then you know you finna get up out of there, right? So we have to round to the whole number. So if our answer is 62.5, what is our answer going to be when we round to the whole number? Okay, I passed first semester with 2 A's. Hey, that's what's up, girl. Go ahead. I'm scared of you. Like, Lonnie, you woke up. What? You go back to bed. You go back to bed. Okay, then. Well, come on here. Come on in here and help us study then. How about that? Yeah, we got a little visitor. She woke up from her nap. All right. So, yes, you're not repeating anything. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So, awesome. Our answer is going to be 63 drops per minute. I know somebody asked me about what is going on. Come on, Apple Pen. Don't be cutting up in front of the folks. Let's see. Pediatric fluid replacement. I know I've got one here. That's Peds weight base. Peds safe dose. Burns. I got a whole bunch of stuff, you guys. So if y'all are looking for practice questions, you can go to the website, abrntutoring.com. And I do have / resources. So there's a study sheet on there. There's like a sheet that tells you how to break it down like step by step with dimensional analysis. I'm working on the workbook. It's coming along so good. So I'm so excited. Just all kind of good stuff that I try to get for y'all. Cause yeah, like I said, I'm tired. Can I compute what problem step by step? This one? Sash? Is it Sash? Your name Sasha in real life? My school taught us if it's a decimal to put a range. What you mean? Mia? A range? If it 62.6 to 63 drops per minute. Oh, okay. That's the first time I seen that. But hey, if they tell you that's what they want you to do, sis, that's what you do. Whatever HESI, ATI, your professor, whoever tells you to do it, that's what you do to get through it, okay? I'm not mad at it. Do I have these problems that I previously worked out on the website in a file? I do got a whole bunch of practice problems. I don't know if they're the same ones. I try to come up with different practice problems. So that's what takes me a while to get like little different new ones. You know what I'm saying? Because I be trying to rack my brain and come up with different things to present to you so that it's not the same. Yeah. So yeah, there are some on there, and I'm working diligently on some more. All right. So this one is a pediatric fluid maintenance problem. I think my girl Ebony asked me for that one. So with fluid maintenance, this is going to be how much that you give the pediatric patient in a full 24 hours to keep the vascular space good, right? So we know that the weight is 12.5 kilograms. So there are different, I wish I had it queued up. I don't have it queued up though on this computer. I got it on my iMac, but on that website link, I do have like a sheet with the different formulas and like metric conversions and all that, like on the cheat sheet. And on there is the formulas for the fluid maintenance for the pediatric patient. So since they are 12.5 kilograms, there is a formula for it. So they're automatically going to get 1,000 mLs plus 50 mLs per kilogram. That's over 10 kgs. So when you have these problems like this, you'll take the weight and you'll subtract 10 kgs. So that you'll have 2.5 kilograms, okay? So then we need to figure out this part right here. So we have 50 milliliters per kilogram, and we have 2.5 kilograms over 1. Your kilograms crosses out, and this is going to give you how many milliliters? So that's going to be 50 times 2.5. So that'll be 125 mLs, right? Then we're going to add that to our already 1,000 milliliters. So that'll, for the total 24 hours, you'll have 1,125 milliliters, okay, that you would give over 24 hours. So if the question sometimes asks you, what will you set your IV pump to administer? What is going on? Apple Pencil. Apple Pencil cutting up. If it asks you what would you set to administer the given amount for your 24-hour fluid maintenance, all you would do is do the amount that you have calculated and came up with divided by 24, and that's what's going to give you the amount that you would put on the pump. So I don't want you to get discouraged or upset when you see these type of problems, because you know things. All you got to do is just set it up and look at it for what it is and what it's asking. Let me see what y'all been talking about in these comments, so y'all won't think that I'm ignoring you. Okay, the last one. What last problem? I'm sorry, Sasha. if that is your name, Sash. I'm trying to think what was the last one that I did. Oh, it was the IV problem. So you'll have to look at that one on my YouTube. So they're on my YouTube. The live sessions are on there, and then you can go back and look at the replay. So because I don't even know, like they're all kind of randomized in this folder right now for these types. I do have them like individualized and sorted for when I do my individual tutoring, but for the lives, they're just kind of like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. So I don't know which one to go back to. I'm sorry I didn't see your comment before I moved on. Let's see. What would you suggest during in preparation for nursing school when it comes to med math? I would suggest that you learn your metric conversions. That is going to be your basis and your foundation. On that site that I was telling you, www.abrntutoring.com/resources, there is a cheat sheet with all of your metric conversions that are in one spot. Now, a lot of people use the King Henry drinking chocolate milk diet or whatever they say. I don't know. Or Kevin Hart drinks cranberry vodkas or somebody says. I don't know. I don't keep up with all that because my brain don't work like that. But knowing your conversions is going to be the start off. Okay, so that's going to be the first thing that you're going to need to do. Second, I would get familiar with which method that you would want to use, because listen, I like dimensional analysis, and that's what I do mostly on here. But you see that I can also do it other ways. But you don't want to be switch and swipping and flipping and flip flopping and trying to mix desired over half and ratio proportion dimensional analysis all in the mix, because that's how you get confused when you start doing too much. I always say the more steps that you take, the more mistakes that you're likely to make. So yeah, I don't know what's going on my Apple Pencil, y'all. I'm really, really distraught. Like, don't do this to me. Don't you die on me. Oh, don't know. Like, oh my gosh. Like, don't you do this. I am really, really sad. Like, this is what you do today? Huh? You want to go upstairs? No, we're not gonna go upstairs. We gotta study with the nursing students for a little bit. I am really, really sad. What else? Do as many math problems. Yep. So yeah, and then that's the thing. People want to do like one or two problems and think that that's gonna be like it. Repetition is going to be your friend. So the more problems that you look at and get familiar with like the verbiage on it and how to spot your fluff, how to look at your puzzle pieces or your relationships, whatever you want to call them, how to set up the problem, that's what's going to help you, because a lot of people are intimidated because it is math. And no matter how I'm like, we're not gonna do math, they're just like, oh, I'm mathing. Like, okay, the more that you do, the more comfortable that you'll get. Y'all, I am having a technical difficulty, and I'm really about to panic. Panic. My Apple Pencil is not working. No, it just died on me. Okay, woo. The blood still work. You see that? Come on, Jesus. Help me out. Help me out. Help me out. Thank you. I really don't know what's going on. You see it came on for a minute and then it went back off. Okay. Now I'm having like write down super hard. I don't know. We're going to get through this session and we just going to figure it out. All right, you guys. What else do we want to look at? Y'all want to do some heparin problems? Thank you. Yeah? Okay. Heparin. All right. So, heparin. What you doing? Get out of there. Okay. So, a patient has an order for a heparin bolus of 10,000 units, followed by an IV drip of 18 units per kilogram per hour. Your patient weighs 167 pounds. You have a heparin vial labeled heparin 5,000 units per milliliter. What will you give your patient for the initial bolus? And then what will you set your IV pump at a continuous dose drip if your 1,000 milliliter bag has a total of 50,000 units of heparin in it? All right. So this is going to be a 2-part problem. Huh? Are we going bye-bye? No, not today, girl. No, we're not going to Mimi and Pop-Pop's house. No, we're not going to Grandma's house. We finna do some dosage calculations. How about that? You want to do some dosage calculations? Okay, then. All right, y'all. I'm still trying to troubleshoot this pen. So, for the bolus, I want to point out something, that your bolus amount, okay? It is just a one-time administration of a medication or a fluid, okay? So when you see words like bolus or, things that you're not familiar with, I don't want you to freak out because you don't know what it is. You're going to you're going to administer your bolus one time, and that's just going to be it. So your bolus, your bolus is going to be separate from your drip. You're going to give that first in order to get the medicine in the bloodstream at a level that it needs to be at, and then you sustain that level with your administration of your drip that continuously goes every 4, because this is a lot of words, but I don't want you to get intimidated by it, okay? So a bolus. So we'll do, boom, we back in action. Thank you, Lord. You heard my cry. All right. So we'll do 10,000 units of bolus. Okay? And then it says that available is heparin 5,000 units in a milliliter. Okay? So if we're looking for milliliters, because we want to draw that up and give it to our patient, we'll look for milliliters. So we'll use this puzzle piece. So we'll put milliliter on the top and 5,000 units on the bottom. Okay? And then we'll... Huh? We're going to measure it out the bottle. Yes, we are going to measure the heparin out the bottle. Absolutely. Okay. I don't think so. So we're going to get 2 mLs. Okay. Boom. So once you get your amount of heparin, that is it for the bolus. So boom. So now we need to figure out the drip. Okay. So remember when I said the bolus is just one-time administration, and now the drip is going to be a continuous thing, right? So it's a weight-based problem. So with our weight-based problems, PPP, patient prescription product. So our patient's weight is 167 pounds. Our prescription is 18 units per kg. Per hour. And then we got 50,000 units. Oh, thank you for the kisses. You're so sweet. Per milliliter. Okay. It's so cute. So when you see IV pump, that is going to... An IV pump is going to be your code for milliliter per hour. Okay. So when you see IV pump, we know that we're going to give milliliters per hour. So if we're looking for milliliter on the top and hour at the bottom, we'll start with this. Okay. Yeah, milliliter per hour. So we'll do 1,000 milliliters over 50,000 units. Units are on the bottom, so you put units on the top. Okay. 18 units per kilogram per hour, right? Yes. So now your units crosses out. If you got milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom, but we got kilograms, so we need to get rid of it. So I'll do 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Cross my kgs out, and then I'll do 167 pounds over 1. And everything is gone now except for milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom. Child, she's busy. Okay, do you hear me? I'm trying my best to get through it because she was taking a nap and she just came out of nowhere. I'm just like, oh, here we go. All right. Yes, me. I'll do it a different way. Okay, I have to see this. Oh, now she don't hijack my calculator, so now I gotta resort to my doggone phone. Here we go. All right, so more than one way to skin a cat. 1,000 times 18 times 167 divided by 50,000 divided by 2.2. And so that's going to give us 27.32. So if we rounded this to the nearest tenths place, what would our answer be? And Didi, thank you for that tip. I was over here trying to troubleshoot it. I changed my tips out because the screen, I put the the screen kind of cover that makes it right like paper surface. So I have like a different type of pencil tip that I screw into my Apple Pencil too. So whatever we did. Huh? You want an Apple Pencil too? No, thank you. All right, so our answer would be 27.3. Absolutely. So if we were to solve this in another method besides dimensional analysis, like desired over half, or ratio proportion. Lord have mercy. Where did it go to? No. Yep. So the first thing that you would do is address your weight. So that'd be 167 divided by 2.2, so you can get your kilograms. So 167 divided by 2.2 is 75.9 kgs, okay? So then you will take your weight and you'll put it in with your order. So that's going to be 18 units times your 75.9 kgs. And that's going to give you how many units an hour. So 18 times 75.9. And that's 1366.2 units. Now you can put that in your desired over half. So that'll be 1366.2 units over, it says we have 5,000 units in a 1,000 ml bag. So desire over half times your volume or your vehicle, whatever word you choose to use. So that times 1,000 divided by 50,000, and it'll give us the same answer, 27.32. Okay? And then also, once you get this part right here, you can put it in a ratio and proportion too, if you like to use ratio and proportion. Let's look at this one. Since Miss Ebony, she said these are taking her out. You're welcome. Nope. All right. So, nope. We're not going to help her out? No. Gigi, we got to help the students. No. So they can come help mommy. Don't you want them to come help mommy? No. Oh, my God. You're ruthless. All right. Yes, you are. Your patient has an order to receive a heparin bolus of 4,000 units, followed by an IV drip of 14 units per kilogram per hour. Your patient weighs 203 pounds. You have a heparin vial labeled heparin 1,000 units per ml. What will you give your patient for the initial bolus, and then what will you set your IV pump for a continuous drip if you have 1,000 mLs in a bag labeled 40,000 units. All right. So the first thing is the bolus. Remember, the bolus is separate from the drip. Okay. So our bolus is 4,000 units, and it is coming out the vial labeled heparin 1,000 units per ml. So we're looking for milliliter. We've got 1,000 units per milliliter. And 4,000 units that's ordered. I'll use this puzzle piece. I'm gonna flip it. So I'll put stop. Don't start pressing buttons now. Stop. You was doing good. 1,000 units. All right. 4,000 on the top, and your units cross out. And now you'll get 4 milliliters, and that is for your bolus. So remember, the bolus is separate from your IV drip. So once you use your bolus information, you don't use that part for your drip. No. So boom, just cross that out. We found how much.
Not how much.
We did find how much.
No.
Yes, we did. All right. Okay, then. So now we need to find. Okay, be quiet. Shh. Quiet mouse. Okay. Quiet mouse. Thank you. So now we need to find our drip. So that's going to be milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom. Okay. So PPP, patient prescription product. Our patient.
PPP is what's your son?
The patient's weight is 203 pounds.
No.
Our prescription is 14 units per kilogram per hour. And then our medicine is going to be 40,000 units in 1,000 mLs. Okay, so if we're looking for milliliter per hour, we'll start with this puzzle piece. I'm going to flip flop and put my milliliters on the top because I always start with what I'm looking for. And then we've got units on the bottom, so I'll put my units on the top. And they crossed out, and now I've got milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom, but I still got to get rid of those kilograms. So we'll do 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Kgs crosses out, and then we'll put our 203 pounds over 1. What? I see myself. Yes, I know I'm on the computer. You gonna tell the nursing students, hey?
Hi.
All right, so now everything has crossed out with milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom. That's what dimensional analysis is like, just setting up the problem so that your units cross out and you get to what it is that you're looking for. So we'll do 1,000 times 14 times 203 divided by 40,000. Whoa, too many zeros, too much sauce.
Nope.
Divided by 2.2, and that's going to be 32.29.
Nope.
So if this told you to round to the nearest whole number, what would our answer be? Nearest whole number. Whoa. Okay. So we rounded this to the nearest whole number. Our answer will be 32. So if we were to do this in a different format. Be quiet, Lonnie. So if we were to use like the desired over half, remember the first thing that you want to do is address the weight if it's not in kilograms. So 203 divided by 2.2 is going to be 92.27 kgs.
Nice.
So we're going to multiply that by our order, which is how many units? 14 units. So 92.27 times 14 is this number right here. Boom, boom. How much will they tell you to round on NCLEX? If you even get a doggone dosage calculation problem on the NCLEX, baby, I don't even know. Just whatever they tell you to, because you don't hardly even get a whole bunch of dosage calc. Maybe 1 or 2 at the most, and like. What? Yes, exactly. And like those problems that are on there are like the most basic of basic dosage calc problems. So you want some chocolate? No, you can't get no chocolate. All right, so we'll do this times your 1,000 divided by your 40,000 units, and then you still get 32.29. Okay. So, seeing that, these are a lot of like words, and it looks like it's a complicated problem once you look at it, but once you work through it, it's really not that bad, is it? It's not that bad. Not that bad. No, she is being counterproductive right now. She has stolen my calculator. I have resulted to using my iPhone and having to use the calculator. She won't even put the numbers in right. Oh my gosh. Like, come get her. Come get her. Yes. Huh? Yeah, come get you. You want the nursing students to come get you? Okay, then. So our order for heparin 25,000 units and 250 ml of half normal saline is to infuse at 1,200 units per hour. Calculate the flow rate as milliliter per hour. So what is our goal? Our goal is to get milliliters per hour. So we know that we have 25,000 units in 250 mLs, right? And it's going at a rate of 1,200 units per hour, and we need milliliters per hour. So if I'm looking for milliliters, I'm going to start with my milliliters. I'll put 250 milliliters over my 25,000 units. I got units on the bottom. I need units at the top. So I'll put this one, and my units will cross out. And you see that I am left with milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom. That's it. So, like I said, if you're not really math savvy, dimensional analysis, it seems like it's kind of complicated when you're first introduced to it, or if you don't really know how it works. But if you are not math savvy, you're not math savvy? No? Okay. So then you'll want to do dimensional analysis, okay, Leilani? Okay. Okay, Leilani. So if you did, if you did the math, it'll be 12 milliliters per hour. I'm trying to figure out, I don't think that there's like a formula, because when you do a formula for drop factor is either milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom, or volume over time in minutes times your drop factor. So with something like this, I think it would be beneficial to find like a ratio, because let's see. Or no. You could do desired. You have 1,200 units, which is desired, over half, which is your 25,000 units times your 250. So that's how you would do it with that instance. So you'll do your 1,200 units over your 25,000 units times your 250 mLs. And so when you put that in, you should do this. It should be the same thing. Now, the benefit to knowing how to do multiple ways of solving your problems is you can double check. Huh? Okay. You can double check yourself. So, huh? I'm going to double check myself. Yes.
Okay. It's my turn.
No, it's not your turn. You can't do these problems yet. But one day you will, okay? Okay. Okay, Leilani. All right. So this is how you would do that. And then, of course, if you wanted ratio and proportion, you would just line up your units at the top, your units of measure. This just happens to be in units. And just as long as they're the same at the top and the same at the bottom, you cross multiply and divide. Does anybody really use ratio and proportion that's on the live right now? That's why you don't even know what I said. You trying to mock me.
No.
Yes, you are. You're trying to mock me.
Yeah.
Yes, you're trying to mock me, and you didn't even say what I said. Huh? You have your hair? Yeah, it needs to be combed, doesn't it?
Nope.
Yes, it does. You on the live looking like a little baby chicken head. Now, why would you want to take this off? Okay, I think she wanted to serenade you guys. I'm so sorry. So, anywho, heparin, 1,500 units per hour. Available is 25,000 units, milliliters in, what? Per milliliter? Wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. Okay. Probably was in a rush trying to do that one. All right, let's do this one. Give regular insulin by continuous IV infusion at 20 units an hour. The solution is 250 mLs with 100 units of regular insulin. What rate on the infusion pump will deliver the correct dose? So remember, it's pump, infusion pump. So when you see IV pump, infusion pump, we know that that is Blue's Clues for milliliter per hour. So we'll do milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom. Okay, so we need 20 units per hour. Yes, per hour. See, now it's cutting up again. I know. Did you do it? Did you mess it up? And 250 mLs with 100 units. Okay, so when I say puzzle pieces or relationships, do y'all understand what I mean by keeping them like a puzzle piece or a relationship? Like they go together. Like this goes with, they're together. Come on, thing. They're together. And these two, they're together. Just like 1 hour is 60 minutes. Just like one day is 24 hours. They go together. They cannot be separated. It's like an equation. Like I said, a relationship, a puzzle piece. You keep them together. So if I'm looking for a milliliter on the top, I'm going to start with my milliliters. 250 mLs over 100 units. And then we have 20 units per hour. Per hour.
Okay, per hour.
Okay. You going to put that into the calculator?
Okay.
Okay, put 250 times 20 divided by 100. Okay. And that is going to give us 50 milliliters per hour. So let's look at something like this. A lot of the times they'll give you some fluffed up questions and it's just got all this information that you really don't even need to solve the problem, but it's there to distract you and to confuse you. So when we're looking for an IV infusion, right, that's how many milliliters per hour that you will give to the patient. It's not asking anything about a gram, a milligram, a microgram, a milli equivalent, a unit, nothing. So in this problem like this, infused drug K, 0.5 grams IV piggyback mixed in 50 milliliters of D5W over 30 minutes. Find the flow rate. What is going to be our fluff? Because our goal is milliliter per hour, right? So if we are looking for volume, which is going to be liter, milliliter, over time, which could be minutes and hours, what doesn't belong? Yes, ma'am, Miss Ash Williams. Exactly. This doesn't belong. An IV piggyback. So I don't want y'all to get confused when you just see words that don't make sense. That you're like, what is this? What is a bolus? What is an IV piggyback? Something that's meant to doggone throw you off and confuse you at this point in time. That's going to be important at the bedside. Right now, just to answer these dosage calculations tests on this problem, it don't matter. So that's fluff too. So just move on right past it, okay? We need volume. So how much? 50 mLs, okay? Over how long? It literally tells you over 30 minutes. Leilani, where are you going? Oh my gosh. Okay, come on.
Go on.
You're in the way, and you're being very counterproductive. You want to write on some paper? Okay, I'll let you write on some paper. My goodness. Okay. Take the paper right here. Take the paper right here. She loves her mama. I guess so. She loves look. She knows woo. I'm trying to get through this makeup session. And I'm just like, but no, she a sweet baby. She's just very busy, as you can see. And yeah. So what I was saying before I had to go and get office supplies for my toddler. We have 50 mLs and it's going over 30 minutes. Our goal has milliliter on the top, which is what we have, an hour on the bottom. So we'll do 60 minutes is 1 hour. And then your minutes crosses out and then you'll have milliliter per hour. Per hour. Yes. Okay, so that's going to give us 100 mLs per hour. So when you see problems like this with all that extra fluff in it, just remember what it is that you're looking for. Use your goal to help you kind of navigate and see what it is that you need as far as your puzzle pieces, what information to use, what information not to use. I know I want to do another session maybe on Wednesday about a day per dose. How about that? Because a lot of people get that really, really, really confused when it gives you all of the questions that are in the problem, and then they ask you to find how many milliliters per dose or how many milliliters per day. And they're like, how do I decide which part that I use? Is it day? Is it dose? What? So we'll do that Wednesday night. Does that sound good? If that sounds good, put a 1 in the chat. Hey, be quiet. Y'all want to do a day per dose session on Wednesday? My little ball is not balling like I want it to.
Nope.
Nope, it ain't balling.
Yeah, balling.
It's not balling. It's falling. So I think, okay, Ash. Ash she's down for a day per dose session on Wednesday. Anybody else? Day per dose. Or if you want to see something on the live on Wednesday, put it down in the comments.
No, smart.
You so possessive. My gosh. The replay will be on YouTube. I don't know. It's on there now. But my gosh, we had so many interruptions today with my little helper.